Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people? It's Shut Door or Door Shutter coming back to you with a brand new episode of All the Mods 10 in the Sky. And today we are getting the porcelain crucibles going. And I'm quickly going to do FTB claim so that way we don't catch things on fire, at least I hope. And we're going to toss some cobblestone into both of these crucibles. And this is actually how we produce lava, so that is fantastic. And I've kind of gotten us a secondary platform, of course, because I just thought that might be a good idea. You know, make things a little bit better. And I'm slowly converting this into cobblestone because I think it just is a little bit more versatile at the end of the day. And that is fantastic. So we are cruising. We're getting some resources. Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of waiting on this lava as of right now. And I actually want to get trees planted since I've been swapping stuff. I didn't want these to be in the way, but I think we're good to put them back. Okay. And I guess I could put this last crucible down there. I guess. Maybe. I kind of want to do this. Get some crushed netherrack. I'm actually going to go sieve this real quick. We didn't get really anything too interesting. I know there's interesting stuff you can get out of this. Let's just check. Yeah, quartz. Quartz, blaze powder, and the nylum spores. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely want to try that. Looks like you can get gold when you get the golden mesh. Alright. Not too terrible. And I don't really know if I need another one, actually, but we'll just do it. We'll have another bucket of lava down here. Okay. So it looks like we've almost got one full. And then, of course, once we get this, we will then do the cobblestone generator, which will then allow for us to kind of progress a lot quicker. So I kind of want to get a platform built out that way. So let me get that going. Maybe probably build it out this way or that way, just so we have like an independent area for the cobblestone generator. All right, let's grab a bucket of lava and go up to the cobblestone generator here. I'm hoping I did this right. I think this is the more modern standard for these, so let's give it a go. I think it's this way, ain't it? I think. I will be back once I break... Actually, hold on. I think I actually can make a diamond pickaxe right now, can't I? I think I have... Oh, no, I don't have any diamonds. I thought I had something in here. How do you actually get diamonds? Okay, so let's check. Sieve gravel with an iron mesh is our first one, and we can get a 1%. Golden mesh gives us the 4%. So I think if we were to kind of just go downstairs and get all of our flint meshes and just upgrade them as much as we can. So I'm thinking we just grab that many for right now and just see if we can get these upgraded. And then we go get gravel, which I can just break down here. Oop, I can't do that. I have cobblestone right here to make the squeezer able to be used. There we go. And then I just do this. And I may be able to get some diamonds. Probably not, though. Let's be honest. Alright, let me try and gather some more resources. I'll try and break that cobblestone block, I hope. And I'll be right back. I'm gonna risk it. I've got 2 diamonds here. I'm gonna make a diamond hammer, and I'm gonna see if this will break the obsidian. May not. It looks like it will, which is fantastic. But I have got another bucket of lava downstairs, so I'm not too worried if we fail again. I was hoping that I did that right, but it's also been a minute since I have tried to make a cobblestone generator using kind of the newer methods in vanilla Minecraft. So let's try this one more time. If I don't fall off into the void here. Okay, bucket of lava. There we go. Because I'm not really too worried about the lava. I can get more cobblestone. There we go. That's the way. I figured that I put it backwards originally. So let's quickly also just go grab some more of this. So I can actually put a block under here. There we go. And I've got a cobblestone generator. I just tried to do it fancy, and I messed up the first time, but that's okay. So the next upgrade that we probably want to achieve is probably getting a hopper, which actually looks like we could do right now. So let's grab 2 of these. Do a chest, and then do this. And then I guess we're going to break the blocks again, right? But that's fine. And I probably need to actually grab a cobblestone block to place here for a second. Okay. And then we'll grab more slabs since I've been kind of throwing these into the void. And that should be better, because then we won't have as much loss. And then now we actually just want to quickly go grab another chest. There we go. And then that should be cobblestone generator. So I'm just going to go destroy quite a bit of cobblestone. And I will be back here in a little bit once I've got plenty of cobblestone to write home about. Okay, so real quick, I want to make a porcelain bucket. And I want to fire the porcelain bucket. And once this is complete, I want to attempt to get a cobblestone, a smaller cobblestone generator. So let's just quickly go down here and fill these guys back up so we have more lava. I grab a bucket of this. And then the porcelain one we're going to grab water with because I don't want it to be destroyed. Because lava will usually destroys these buckets. I actually don't know about in this version. And then we are going to go for the stone block generator once we have enough stuff. So we actually need to break down a couple pieces into gravel. And then from gravel to sand. And there we go. And then I also want to try and see if we can upgrade this, because we do have the ability to do that, but I'm kind of seeing if the buckets are consumed. If they are, well, we're going to have to go and do something different. Okay, they are not consumed, which means that we can kind of keep going with this. So let's grab a bucket there, go downstairs, and hope there's a bucket here for us. And then upgrade. And then I think we are completely out of lava down here. Oh no, actually we have one more bucket here. We should be able to go for the next tier, which is the iron tier. And that should be where we stop, because we don't have any further materials. We probably could get gold right now, but I just haven't done that. Okay, so I don't know how this one works. I'm not going to put it over there just yet. I'm going to grab... I want to grab a barrel. Barrel. And I'm going to go put this over here. So how does this work? Iron block generator from Cobblestone Galore. Does this need something? Do we have a quest about it? All the mod 9, blah, 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 because I've never played it. In order, you'll need to... Okay, so it needs to be in between. Okay, so that's what I was thinking, was that it probably needs to be in between these. So let's just go put this here. Break this, because it needs to be a full block of water. And then... Does this need to be a chest? So it needs to have direct connection to the inventory rather than a hopper. Well, let's go grab a barrel. Okay, there we go. So we probably want to expand the platform down below so we can grab that hopper without destroying it. So I'm going to go do that real quick. But this was just kind of, hey, I know we need to do something better, because automating this as quick as possible is probably the best option, in my opinion. Just because then that way you're not standing there mining, you know, for a long time. So let me get this built out, and I'll be right back. Alright, real quick, we're going to sieve up some dirt. And I want grass seeds, which is actually exactly what I got right there. That'll allow for us to kind of transfer grass without having to do anything complicated. because I'm actually just, getting stuff kind of sorted a little bit. I've got a platform for tree growth, just so that way we'll have it. And I want to get like a pasture or something set up so we actually can get some other mobs, kind of get that going. Let's claim some of this stuff. It looks like moss is found in lush. Well, you can always just combine 4 grass seeds. Okay. So if we combine 4 grass seeds, we actually could get moss, which I don't really want to do right now, but that is an option. Let's claim some of this other stuff. Okay, so yeah, we're blocking certain quests because we don't have the porcelain bucket. I guess they didn't assume that somebody would just, like, rush to get the iron bucket. So let's just grab that. Whoops. Hold on. Did not mean to do that. Bucket. I was trying to see if I could put it back in the crucible. Is actually what I was doing. There we go. And we will just keep that as our lava bucket for now. And that means that we actually get nothing, because it did not actually register. Fantastic. Okay. I will have to empty one of these buckets. Can I just do... So if I put a full block down here, and then do that, and then now I should be able to do this. There we go. Quest completed. Netherrack. Beautiful. The stone generator did not register. Probably be best. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. I'm glad I clicked on this. If you want to make other blocks like andesite or even obsidian, you'll need to place those blocks under the generator. Check GEI to see more recipes. Oh. Okay, hold on. That just got interesting, because I did not know about that. So let's actually go and grab this, and let's make another generator. Because if I can do that, that is fantastic. Where's that other piece of glass? Did I take it out of here yet? No, I did not. What else is completed? Oh, a lot of things. Okay, we're not looking at that just yet. We're still doing this as we are. Okay, so there's the stone generator. That should complete. And then I want to grab this. And I want to do another tier, which I just want to do the copper tier for now. Nothing too extreme. Not the iron tier. But we should now be able to claim this, which will give us some compressed blocks. Which these can be sieved, can't they? No, but they can be broken down using the compressed hammer. Ooh, block casting from Productive Metalworks. Ooh, that's how you get the Geor stuff. Okay, so that's some resource production. What is this? Extended crafting? Okay. That's Ori tech stuff. Interesting. I'm not sure. Like, genuinely, I'm not sure about some of this stuff, so that's kind of why I'm like, ooh, interesting. But for right now, I'm going to break this down back into just that. We don't have, like, the ability to sieve these, right? We can't do, like, a sieve with all of that. Go just try it real fast. We don't have, like, the compressed sieve ability. No, we do not. Okay. Just checking. If it was giving us it, I was kind of wondering maybe if we did. And then I should be able to grab this piece of obsidian that we accidentally made. And I should be able to set... I guess we could probably set this to the side here. So if we set this here... So the obsidian would go here, this would go here, and then I would just need to get a bucket of water to go here. Of course, that's going to be a little bit more difficult because I did not put a full block, so let's just break one of these, put a full block, and let's go grab some water. And then we just want to grab... I guess we could grab a functional storage drawer. So we need to grab a chest. And then a handful more planks. There's an oak drawer. And if we just set this... Wait. hold on. I set this wrong, didn't I? I should have set it over 1. Why did I set it here? No! I goofed. Okay. Let me get this, which I think I'm on top of a block here. Let me pick this back up and get the cobblestone generator back. I'll have to remake one. I'll be right back. Alright, let's get this attempted again. So we're going to place that, do that, and then we just need to move this whole side over. Don't know why I'd messed up that badly, but hey, whatever. It happens. And let's grab our bucket back. There we go. Do that. Oh, but that actually wipes out the obsidian. Like the lava. Okay, so that's not what I was hoping for. But we did get a piece of obsidian. Okay, so we're not going to do that. I kind of wish the thing told us that, but that's okay. Where is this? Okay, so if I looked in JEI, it would have told me. But the fact that I have to look at JEI when this thing could have told me, hey, the obsidian will knock out the lava. That's rough. Okay, well, that is fine. That is fine. So let's just ignore that we even attempted that and move on. I mean, I guess that's it's a good thing. Do we have the stone barrel? We do have the stone barrel, so we won't ever need to do that method again. That was more just like, hey, we may as well test this. And apparently, that test proves that that was a waste of time. Because the stone barrel should make this significantly easier anyway, because the stone barrel is actually able to make obsidian with lava and water, and that's not too complicated to, like, get going in the slightest. So, you know, whatever. What is the other recipes that this thing could do, actually? Let's just check this out. Witch water and lava on top of glowstone. That will give us the end stone. There's diorite, there's basalt, there's netherrack, which is lava and lava. Okay, so this one is actually useful because these don't get consumed. So witch water and lava on top of redstone block can also give you netherrack, but this consumes the block. Okay. Tons and tons of stuff here, though. I'm guessing we really actually kind of lucked out a little bit because we're not too bad off with learning that we can kind of do the netherrack. Just we need 2 buckets of lava. So I'm not too concerned that we wasted some lava. We actually should have more down here, right? Went ahead, filled this up a little bit ago. Looks like I need to fill it up again. So let's go back upstairs. Because this will allow for us to do quartz and stuff, right? So that's not a bad idea. So this, and then we want to break this, and place down netherrack. And then break, place that, and then functional storage drawer. And that will actually get us netherrack, which is, of course, it's going to allow for us to get, let's see, let's go to iron. So it looks like nether quartz, gunpowder, blaze powder, nylon spores, blackstone, and basalt pebbles. Okay, so that is actually not a bad thing. I'm kind of wondering, was there anything else in here that we may want to just, like, grab? Looks like we can create stuff. Looks like we could get ancient stone from all the modium with soul lava. We don't actually have access to that. Looks like more of that. Looks like we could actually do stone if we place stuff on top of a stone block, but water is consumed. So if you just did an infinite water source, you could actually just generate stone indefinitely, which is not a bad idea. Not really seeing anything else in here that, like, jumps out at me. Not really. I mean, this one's definitely jumping out at me, but of course, I don't know how we go about and get a snowball unless we found that biome. Or unless we get some kind of slime ball or something along those lines. What is a rice slime ball? Rice dough, which is rice, which is rice seeds. Is there another? Okay, we actually have the market block, but we need red dye. Whole bunch of stuff that we just don't have access to. But I guess if we sieve dirt enough, we may be able to get red dye. Because I do have, like, a sunflower here. Or we could go ahead and we could grab bone meal. And see about maybe generating some flowers. There we go. Oh, and we also got Dreamwood seeds, right? Or, yeah, Demon Dream seeds, not Dreamwood. That's part of the mod. Just jumping ahead. Okay, can I put this in a squeezer to get more out of it? I can. So let's just go downstairs. Jump on this to get some more red dye. Perfect. And that should actually get us the ability to make the market block. Okay, and then market block. There he is. Okay, and then we could just go for a rice seed, which we actually do have an emerald. And we just need to make a farm. So I think that will be fantastic. All right, real quick, we're going to craft up a compressed stone hammer. And I'm actually going to go grab a row of this and toss that in here. Compressed blocks. And we should be able to just get this stuff placed down. Okay, all 64 blocks. And we're going to break it. And that'll get us gravel. And then, of course, we can keep doing this down to dust. The one thing I want to do is just kind of show that off, because that is part of this quest line. Oh, and we get an iron one, which is fantastic. And that is awesome. We also have an obsidian piece done. We also have the mycelium spores. Looks like we need to get... Oh, actually, we can get a slime block? How do we do this? Milk or... Okay, so just milk. We'd have to get a cow, which is kind of where I'm kind of gearing towards, unless we just do the rice, and that wouldn't be too bad. Looks like we get an iron furnace here as well. Tons and tons of good stuff. So we're almost actually completed with the chapter 1. But we do want to get witch water. Place a barrel above a mycelial block. What is witch water? Okay, so we just need dirt and stuff for that area. Alright, let's toss away some of these hammers, because I did not mean to make that many, but we did make that many. And I also want to make one other thing here real fast. Do I have the materials? I do. I want to make a watering can. That's just a little bit better. So, iron watering can. And then I've got the ability to snag that. Can I actually break this with this? Okay, so that does not work like a normal hammer. The reason I'm saying it doesn't work like a normal hammer is because if I do this, this actually gets you wood pulp or wood chips or wood dust, wood chippings. And that is actually able to get us dirt when we put it into a composting bin. So I've been just kind of getting a little bit more dirt using this method, which is probably the best method that I know of, because it's renewable and you don't have to worry about it. You could do like the leaves and stuff as well, but I don't have to really make any other tools. I can just kind of go with what I need, and that is fantastic. All right, real quick, let's get kind of automated a little bit of the dirt, because I'm kind of tired of doing this manually. So we're just going to do this, just like so. Oop, pickaxe is not there. There we go. And we're going to do chest, and we're going to do chest, and we're just going to drop the wood chippings in here. And this will allow for us to just get dirt while I go off and do other things. So one of the things that I want to do real quick is I do want to get mycelium. And I think we actually do need some barrels for this, so I'm actually going to just quickly snag up 2 of these guys. And we'll just go down here. I think we can do it right here. That sounds good. Gonna make a ring of dirt. And mycelial spores, we'll just drop 2 of those. And I'm gonna put a barrel here and here. And I'm going to grab our buckets that are upstairs. Perfect. Already got water in them. Thinking I needed to put water in them. I do not. We'll do that, and we'll do that. And that sooner or later, once this is all mycelium, or mycelium? Yeah, mycelium. This will turn into witch water. We just gotta kind of wait for it. Can I do this? Is that a thing? I did not know I could do this. I was kind of guessing. But this is now turning into witch water, which is fantastic. This is a good pun. Okay. That was an awful pun, but, you know. That is beautiful. And then I think what we do with this is we take sand, right? And that gives us soul sand. And that is how you go about doing that whole process. Which, of course, since I didn't do this with the porcelain bucket, I really wish they would have just, like, tagged these to be both instead of just one. Because that is really annoying. Really, really annoying. Okay. There we go. And buckets of water go here and here. And now we wait. Let's see if I can get this last piece to grow. And of course, witch water is not hard to automate. We just need to get to the point where we can actually have water pulled out of the world. What kind of fluid hoppers do we have? I don't think these pull out of the world. We may have to try that, though. Okay. So that's witch water. And this also grows mushrooms. Witch water can toss sand in. Get soul sand. Soul sand can be sieved to get more nether items. Oh yeah, you might be disappointed by the nether. Cool, why would I be disappointed by the nether? So this is probably sievable. So this is actually not sievable, it looks like. So that's cool. But we do have soul sand, which can be sieved down into... Yes, nether items. Actually, we can get bones and stuff for this, which is cool. Gas tiers, gunpowder, glowstone, nether wart. Looks like we can actually start getting prosperity shards from this when we're on the iron mesh, which we already are. So we can get solarium dust when we get towards the diamond tier. That is perfect. All right, let's go ahead and work on completing this iron furnace, which is just one of the quests. I am going to work on a handful of things between this episode and next. Of course, we've got witch water, so we can get sand and turn that into soul sand, which is awesome. And then, of course, that allows for us to get some stuff that is not really been too achievable. Of course, prosperity shards being the main one. Nether quartz was achievable because we have netherrack. And, of course, netherrack isn't going to be too difficult. Yeah, I guess we just kind of need to get end stone now, right? That's one of the biggest pieces. If we had purpur, we'd be able to do that. Witch water and lava. Is there a stone barrel recipe? Yeah, you just throw glowstone in there, and that is 1,000 plus that will get you end stone. How do we get purpur? Popped chorus fruit. Chorus fruit comes from end stone. Okay. Well, if that's the case, if we can get like 4 or 5 buckets of lava and hopefully get enough purpur to make that, and then all the extractor needs, well, it might be changed, so let's look. We need aluminum and we need gold nuggets. That doesn't seem that hard to do. Not really. Redstone, we already have dripstone. We do have EV, right? Let's go check. In here, we do have already some pieces of kiwi. So realistically, we could go for an extractor. We do have some pieces of aluminum in here. Right here. So if I just get this processed, which I should be able to use the squeezer for, we should be able to go and actually get an extractor to make end stone pretty easily. So let's come back in the next episode, and we will get that going. Get an extractor, get end stone. We've got netherrack. I mean, realistically, we are almost done with this first chapter, and that is fantastic. And it looks like, actually, theoretically, we are done with this chapter. We just need to get the magmatic generator. Because we already have netherrack. I don't know why it's not completing. Probably because I haven't picked it up. Because it's saying we need witch water and lava, which realistically we didn't. And endstone, which is, of course, lava and glowstone. And, ooh, it actually gives us some pieces of endstone, which is fantastic. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.